Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Raccoon. This is Let's Play Raccoon. In the last episode, well, we kinda got trapped. We saw Carmelita here, we went in to save her, and nearly got gassed to death. So thanks Bentley for keeping us from being gassed to death. In this episode we're going to follow her because she blew out the door for us, and now we're going to follow.
I don't get it, Cooper. I've hunted you for years, tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl that built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All right. Until Clockwork and his evil schemes are destroyed, I suggest we work together.
Together at last.
Sly, why did you jump and try to hit him with that cane?
Huh, wait, I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can, make your way to the top of the death ray. I stashed my jetpack there before Clockwork nabbed me.
Now that we're a team and all, I hate to leave your side.
Hold on. This truce is only temporary. Once we beat Clockwork, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
The lava bubbling is making a ruckus, but yeah, we have a tower defense. But with Sly, you have to shoot the lava slugs, and it takes a lot more than one shot to kill them. And we have no lucky charm, so we've got to do it again. Incidentally, that second lava slug, he doesn't attack Sly per se, but if you can kill him before he... Let's see if we can do it here. If you can kill him before he breaks the platform Sly's on, it gives Sly a way to avoid the third one. Like, the third one can't chase him. 3 shots each. And now... these rotten falcons. As long as they're around, Sly can't move. But he's also standing on those pipes and plugging them up. It's not safe to be on. Alright. The idea here is that you destroy these, but as Sly moves onward, lava slugs will pop out of these pipes along the way. That one, and this one, and they'll try to hit him from behind. Here's the thing. Sly runs as fast as fire slugs move. Whoa. Well, I did get a bit worried there, but...
Good job, Raccoon.
yeah, you can destroy all of them except that first one, and then Sly can just outrun all of them.
Where's Carmelita's jetpack? Right where she said it would be. The magnetronic support field for the death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your cane. You'd better hurry, this whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
So yeah, because Carmelita shot those capacitors out, this is a timed section. The lava is constantly rising, and we never got a lava immunity from the Thievius Raccoonus.
It's sinking fast. Climb, Sly, climb.
And it can actually get kind of unfairly buggy. Like, you can jump and do your spider jumps, or things like that, or rail walks, and it'll actually lock Sly onto the parts below you. It is not nice. This part is actually a rail slide, so you've got to keep jumping. Get going, get going, get going. Never try to outrace these electric parts. And if you get caught by the lava and you have a lucky charm, maybe you'll be lucky and it'll throw you back up and the lava will lower for a little bit. But it's entirely possible that you might just get stuck there and not have any way to move on. It's getting too close, it's getting way too close. And yeah, I got impatient. But yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten the lava that close, so I'm clearly not doing something. You can tell when it's going to spark, so to speak, but this part is the one where Sly can land in very unfortunate positions. Where he can lock onto the lower one that's going through the electricity and just you'll get zapped for no proper fault of your own. And yeah, I died on the very last obstacle. And we have currently this jetpack, which the camera didn't get to show off, but yeah, boss fight now.
Okay, that jetpack is easy to fly. Use the left analog stick to aim and steer, and press the square button to fire its rockets. Sly! Behind you!
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the devious raccoons. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting a day when I would blindly eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps I create!
Okay, Carmelita, how did you get our Binocucom frequency? I find the tail feather might be the trickiest to hit because it's on a direct line with you. Although, to be fair, that side wing also has a claim to fame, given that it's out of view for half the time it's been electrified.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him! Wow, that's one tough owl.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here. I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased, and the only master thief will be Clockwork.
Alright, so this part, you have to fly through the rings. Otherwise that radiation, that electric radiation is gonna hit you. There's something about these controls that are making me quite anxious. Even though by all means it shouldn't be, but yeah, Clockwork. He's definitely one of those nefariously heinous villains out there. Just, he's driven by pure loathing and hate, which doesn't work in the real world. Otherwise I'd have gained immortality after Nagito Komeda was a thing.
You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto-reconstruct circuit.
I am.
He was saying the auto-reconstruct circuitry kicks in. Don't worry. There's no time limit on this, except for maybe getting shot at by him.
Never.
Fun thing about these parts with the lasers, you can spire jump onto the top of them to get some breathing room.
Lay. Feet together. I will live. Immortal.
Whoops. The very last laser.
You will never be rid of me. Clockwork is superior.
No.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwork's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwork. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, but they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwork's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sly, you suave devil. Emphasis on the devil.
I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
Right, and see, I've played this game before many times, so I know that I could give post-project thoughts now, but they're going to play this the credits again after I get the final vault. So, Right, unskippable cutscenes. So I'll give final thoughts now, but know that we're going to have to still get that last treasure chest. So, Sly Raccoon. I like this game. It isn't exactly a stealth genre, it's more platforming with slight elements of stealth. And I need to give a sort of, now that I'm much older and can analyze this properly, Clockwork's kind of a... I don't know, he's definitely heinous, and there's definitely an emotional connection fighting down your family's arch enemy, but there's no real build-up to him. We just get, these photos have a strange thing in them. That strange thing looks an awful lot like what little I have on Clockwork. Is there a connection? We didn't really hear about what's... Like the others all had their big schemes in mind, but Clockwork... he had a death ray, but it didn't really explain it. Aside from being the mastermind of the... well, I guess... exotic technologies expert for the Fiendish Five, he didn't exactly seem to be doing anything. He was just minding his own business. And when we came in, he started shooting at us. That's not much different to anyone else. But I also have this thing... Well, there's a sequel hook for you.
I hate to tell you this, Sly, but the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news, though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us!
いやー危なかった。ま、カルマリータちゃんには悪い。
Sly Raccoon the enemy.
俺様たちの勝ちだ。このデータファイルがあれば父ちゃんの仇が撃てる。あれはまだ俺が子供の頃だ。よく父ちゃんの膝の上で遊んでたっけ。俺様の一族は代々伝わる義族の家系。そして受け継がれた技をまとめたのがこのラクーナの秘伝書。その洗練を極めた忍びの技だが、そこには必ず守らなければいけない厳しい掟があった。義族たる者、名誉にかけて狙うは悪党のみ、善人からは奪わない。ところが俺様が秘伝書を受け継ぐことになった夜、突然5人のギャングがやってきた。奴らは俺を守ろうとした父ちゃんを、そしてとうとう見つけ出してしまったんだ。大切なラクーナの秘伝書を。奴らは俺様の全てを奪いやがった。きっと中に書かれた技を使って悪いことをしでかすに違いねえ。
So yeah, you do actually see Clockwork's robotic claw for a very split second
素晴
there.
らしい仲間に出会ったんだ。天才発明家、頼れる相棒ベントレー、そしてまあ
Yeah, I guess I should keep on my thought, but there's also the fact that the Fiendish Five didn't really do anything. We hear about how each member is their expert of their field. Like Raleigh is the chief machinist, you've got Demolition's expert in Panda King and the Mystic in Miss Ruby, but aside from attacking Sly's family, they never did anything as a group, which is something that I find... It's definitely made more interesting in hindsight over the series. I'll say it and leave it there. But yeah, now we have to go through Carmelita's little showdown again. Incidentally, if you're crazy enough to get all the time trials, and I know that I have done this before, you actually get an anime variant of the ending cutscene as well, with the Carmelita's countdown and Sly chaining her to a rock, and this is why I was second guessing myself on whether I wanted to make this the last vault I get, because I have to go through this cutscene again.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped justice for far too long.
And yet I do like the game, because if we didn't have this game, we wouldn't have Sly Raccoon 2. And that was my unchallenged favourite game of all time for a very, very long time.
None of you can escape
I think it took until Crosscode before I found any proper contenders for it. Oh, here's a lucky charm I could have used earlier. And also, I'm still not sure whether I like the... See, I did ship Sly and Carmelita when I was younger. That's just unquestionable. I was young and I didn't really know any better. Looking at it now, I feel like it does work, but maybe not in this game. In this game, there's a bit too much fighting between the two of them. Like, one of my favourite little lines is, let's cut the flirty chit-chat for once and get down to business. What, this isn't the flirty chit-chat? I don't know, maybe it'll make a lot more sense when we get to that. Because I will let's play the other Sly Raccoon games, don't get me wrong. I love the series, and I'd love to let's play it. Just maybe not right away, because I like using these old nostalgic titles as sort of inspiration bolts, let's call them. Like Spyro. I used it in Spyro to get back into the swing of let's playing after Wargroove and Disgaea sort of were really draining my abilities to keep making content. And that's what Sly Raccoon's going to be. I've got other projects I need to do, like the two I just mentioned right now. I actually have an idea for another Switch game title to follow up on Persona 5 Strikers, which is... that's going to be a thing. I still have Trails in the Sky to get back to, and I have been considering a Let's Play of Valkyria Chronicles 2, because I feel like that's a very underrated game. It has flaws, I will never deny the flaws, but I feel like people just hate the game and treat it as the death of the series, but you can tell that they were looking at feedback from the game. They were looking at what worked and what didn't. Ow. Carmelita finally hit me again. They were looking at what did work and what didn't work. And they made changes to the game that I liked, and they were good changes because things like the APC, that came back in Valkyria Chronicles 4, and I'm happy for it. Valkyria Chronicles 2 has its good points, and I want to show them off with a Let's Play. I just need to figure out how to connect one of my PSPs or my PS Vita to something I can record from.
Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231.
2, 3. Whoops. It's 2, 3. Nope, it has to be going down, I guess. Last code entered in the game is the right one.
Amazing! Colonel Reed Cooper's time stopper technique. Press the triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds. I can see how this might be useful and entertaining too.
Honestly, not that worth it if you're going after time trials, in my opinion.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is gonna be fun.
It's kind of weird to consider that this book is as old as ancient Egypt. And yet we still have pages left to write into it, and it hasn't crumbled to dust or something like that. But yeah, they're hitting us with the unskippable credits again.
You've done it, Sly! The Thievius Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
Oh right, they also have a made by the devs thing for getting the Master Thief sprints as well. But I'm not going to show that because Master Thief sprints are diabolical. I am just going to play this level long enough to show off the stun. Master Thief sprints are only something you ever want to get once because I don't need to stretch out my computer's hard drive space again. Yeah, stun. He can't do anything. Also, that's a fun little trick that I found once. if you use this, but then attack right before you finish the stun, it actually locks enemies in their death animation. One word of warning about that one though. If you walk into a flashlight guard after you stun them, then they will blow their whistle. So if there are one of the linked smart guards, like every smart guard after Raleigh's world, the rest of them will be on your tail the moment the stun wears off, so be ready for that. Also, I don't think it works on alarms. But yeah, until next time guys, take care. I'll see you all around. What are the odds that this would be precisely 13 episodes long on my 13th Let's Play? I'll see you around.